coming, but probably not. Let's see where they're going to be playing, though.
I don't know if he can see where we're playing on.
Yeah.
Oh my
He doesn't know the difference between orange and blue anymore. Just shoot at a silhouette.
At least he knows my team is the fully blue one. The other one is the complete yellow one.
Yeah. But he's probably colorblind on top of things, too. I don't know if he is or not. I'm just kidding. Consulate, though, that's a good map choice for both these teams. Their records to the second half of last season was wins across the board for both of these teams on this map when they were playing it. So,
what do you guys think, though? Show me the money. Tight game. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
After Navi's last performance a couple days ago against Fours, 2 days is not enough to recover from that.
No.
But, hey, maybe they can.
You know, if it was mistakes that easily identified and can correct,
yeah,
it's not a big deal.
But they played so heavily into Goyo.
And I wish it had worked. It didn't really work today for BDS either. So while he's a strong operator and an influential one, it doesn't seem to be creating a lot of wins just yet. Although, if you looked at the SI qualifiers when he was played, it did help quite a bit. There was a lot of rounds won with Goyo in play.
Have you looked at the SI qualifiers? Did you? There would have been absolutely no way to know that you spend literal hours watching and rewatching and rewatching and analyzing everything about them.
Thank God YouTube has all those playback controls.
Actually, yeah, that's very true.
It helps so much. So, Capitao and Dokkaebi. Interesting choice. Capitao being a little bit more common, but Dokkaebi being an interesting ban here. And Corey too good on Dokkaebi, so Citizen admitting the target ban there. Apparently, happy birthday to Corey. 1 month late, so Corey apparently recently had a birthday as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was in December, and he posted a photo. It wasn't a month.
Oh, wow, our first Goyo ban here. I believe our first. There was one other one I missed.
In PL? Let me check.
I think so.
I'm on it, boss.
And Maestro on top of that, so should be interesting. But that means Mira and Echo still in play. Mira maybe not as much of a play here, but Echo definitely useful on this map. So it is likely we'll see him at least one round. There you go, right off the bat. Rips, the newest member to the team here. Former teammate of Corey's as well, going back to the team that was organized. Actually, the team that was originally Navi.
I mean, yeah, this is Orgle's taking over Rogue now.
It's getting it's
Ribs,
around
Corey, and Aces.
The
right?
6 picks there from one hard breacher to another too.
It went from Millennium to like a French team to a German team.
Yeah.
I'd assume that they would have like a 6th player. Maybe someone would pick up Panics, Vitality, or Rogue, and they would bring Panics to play with them in the French national.
I would think you'd want Panics on sub-team because he's a player with a lot of good experience.
What we're trying to say here is hire Panics, please.
For something. Waterboy at least.
Hey man,
give the man
Zaku needs a career.
Does he? Because I'm pretty sure he's pretty busy posting on Twitter.
Well, he's pretty good at it.
I think he's a full-time social media weeb.
Social media weep. Is that a thing?
If it is, he is the one.
Okay, so far, when it comes to our 3 regions that we commentate here, we didn't have a singular Goyo ban, so this is the first one.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's mind-boggling.
Attackers are moving out to
but that does free up a lot of other defensive operators that were, commonly banned. Nice placement here with Rips supporting potentially some play here into admin. I like this. He's got one player in there to try and fight back, potentially, although it looks like he might have rotated and dropped down the Visa hatch. Kenju's going to be the one to start to open things up. They're going to have to, of course, huck some drones in. So hopefully Mozzie of Corey has put one of the pests on one of the windows, because that's an easy free drone.
I'd imagine so.
You just have to guess which window. Oh, Saves almost getting a kill here on the yellow stairs.
Oh, they're just ducking and weaving, man. The Jaeger really wants to get him. Stun grenades are coming in because you're expecting the Jaeger to, well, go what is referred to as the ADS trick. You know, to have one in the back pocket later.
Yeah.
So, strategy works out. Unfortunately, one of the charges gets burned.
Yeah, because he just finished setting it down as that last flashbang came out, but the previous one at least didn't burn the other charge, so still got one charge left. They probably feel like they burned up most of it. Nope. Citizen confirms, nope, got 2 to deal with potentially there.
When they're turned off, does IQ not spawn?
I was wondering that as well. I don't know. I think they still show up.
But you don't know if they're burned or not.
Yeah, I can't confirm that. I don't know for sure.
That's what I believe it is. It's definitely something that...
the test, yeah. Maybe we get the Core Ross on that, figure that out for us.
Yeah. Han, are you watching? I need you. Han Solo. Oh, there's
He's the real Rogue.
That's very true. Well, Pi is looking in, and Hicks is speaking every now and then, but not really able to do much against him. A lot of soft bullets can be used, but Rise actually wins the gunfight. Kendra diving in a bit too slow, but he finds the second. Takes a while against Hicks, but he does find him. Now it's a 3v4. Crossing here into the rest of the bathroom. It's all clear. The default cam has been sniped off. Impact grenade opened up by Aces. What a shot onto Kendra. Perfectly timed and played. Kendra stayed in the bathroom for a bit too long. And, well, that's numbness setting in. But Corey, in the meantime, gets shot by Pi. Dallo going in for the plant. Rip's going to go to his yokai drone, but it's a bit too far off. He doesn't know what to be dealing with right now. There's one player on the reverse repel and one already inside of the console chambers. Dallo takes down Rips, and that's Na'Vi victorious on round number 1. They obviously did not need the thermite in this round here. We're expecting the garage just in case.
Yeah.
But that double rush up yellow into the bathroom worked out well.
I mean, the positions were pretty well known, and it just seemed like a little too static a play from Rogue. Na'Vi were able to read into it, get angles on most of them, just playing very smartly, pinching when they could, just taking advantage of the fact that Rogue were mobile enough. That's really what it came down to. Interesting that Corey's going to try and put up some windows instead. Now, they are going garage this time. There's the thermite in play as well from Nello again. It's always nice when you finally get to garage and defense wins it, then you know you don't have to bring thermite for a couple rounds. But don't always get that benefit. So this is one map where it's always kind of a pain in terms of knowing whether or not you need thermite. I think some teams that are just really good at using Hibana to get the garage open are almost in a better position for not having to do that. I do miss when we would occasionally see the CEO plant with the thermite on the top of yellow stairs, the little half wall.
Yeah.
Blow that open and go.
Yeah.
It was so rare.
Well, it was a while ago. I haven't seen that.
Yeah. It was a risky move, but it was fun to watch. A lot of reinforcements going up here for the bathroom. Got to imagine that's going to be Corey setting up a mirror probably in there. Might be playing in there, might just set it up for a teammate. A lot of times it's the Mute going to be playing in there, so it could be Aces to play it if Corey just sets up a window for him. Mute Jammer is very helpful in stopping them from verifying who's in there. It makes it easy to burn up a lot of the utility first. Now, of course, they don't have any Thatchers, so it's an interesting choice. We're going to attack Garage without Thatcher? That's always a risky proposition. It does mean they either need to take Piano or just open up Yellow Stairs door and peek in. Interesting Claymore placement. It's usually on the side, but in this case it's set up so that if they open the door, it will kill them. So if they go to open it and then peek for a Claymore first, that won't work. So I like the thought process there. But sometimes it can work against you if some of the door gets open first and they see that laser.
Oh, the smoke's going to spot the drone, but no, it's going to remain alive at least from what I could tell.
Mute certainly didn't stop that door from getting opened.
Rip's trying to get info, and he does confirm that there's 2 players upstairs. Citizen, nice shot there. We didn't quite catch that. But X is off. Aces, though, refrag onto Kendra. Aces solo. Aces, how does he keep doing this all on his own?
It's his birthday celebration.
He's always so good at doing this sort of thing. His game sense is definitely on another level.
Yeah.
When it comes to professional play in general. There's the...
Wow.
Okay. I'm not sure why the smoke was peeking around there for the gunfight, but Pi with the ACOV, of course, superior in that position. The SMG-11 missed, and that's the smoke dead, which doesn't look great when there's a minute 45 left on this round.
Oh, here we go.
Rogue turning around the corner, and Aces able to get a 2K there, taking out saves. Still on a 3v3. Definitely possible for the defense. Can he look around, and he gets it? Aces with the 3K. Citizen is dead, and Aces is an absolute beast. Corey will be shot down. It's from Pi. Rips turns around the corner. There's Nitro Cell out. Aces is looking for the ace all on his own. That's the quad kill now. Nello so low on HP. And Aces is going to stay calm. He turns around, and Aces with the ace. Here's Birthday Boy.
He finally earned his name there.
I mean, this man is just so good. Literally, in my opinion, the best German player ever.
That was the definition of walking around the map killing everyone.
Genuinely.
And it was, you saw how often they were holding angles against him. Clearly that's not the play. Like just holding the corner does not work against aces. We have just confirmed that.
You know, it's already in the first 2 rounds, we kind of find a contrast between this game and the one before it, is that in game number 1, Empire was so active in their droning, right?
Yeah.
Not the same way for Na'Vi.
No, and it's really working against them. Like, they think, oh, we're pinching him out, but they don't have the intel on that. They're just holding angles to try and do it. They're not pressing him. They're not droning. They're not doing what they should be doing to take advantage of any kind of information. Instead, they're just hoping he walks into them. It's not the way to do it, but congrats on your birthday ace already in round number 2 of your match.
I mean,
he's feeling the birthday spirit.
I think I got to cast an ace on my birthday. I don't remember. I think it was something like that. But
well, that's the closest way you'll come to getting an ace on your birthday.
Hey, man! I got an ace in my first game day.
Playing what? Poker?
Playing Siege. Coming back in 2020. That was a great start. I know what you're talking about. I felt
those silvers are easy, huh?
You want to talk, man. Come on.
True.
Yeah, see? At least we're not in tarot, that's fine.
That's what I say to myself every morning in the mirror.
Always look on the bright side. Well, actually,
then I comb my hair and I'm like, enjoy happiness.
And tarot is definitely on the bright side of life, Fred. Does this count as being a terrible person? Because if it does, I don't mind.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah, he regrets it, which is great. We can just...
That's why you don't make bets.
Off of only 500 retweets on Twitter. Come on, man.
It's dumber when you make a bet over a tattoo, though, as well, because then that's a little more permanent. Then your hair does grow back. But we're seeing some drones actually come out now from Na'Vi, so that's a good change here.
Just don't tell anyone about a bald spot.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Na'Vi are taking control of the roof. They were very effective before in just burning off the ADSs, and Rise is going to go for double ADS now in his back pocket. So this is the change, so he can trick things off.
He might even die with both of those in his pocket with how aggressive he's playing.
You gotta be careful still. You can't trick if you're dead, right?
That's the trick.
So there's the ADSs, and both flashbangs go off. This might trick Na'Vi. Now, this is a very difficult position for the defense to fight. You might think that there's a lot of exposure, you know, something that really might hurt you, but this is actually very beneficial for Nello. We've seen this position get a lot of map control off to the attackers, and Kendrew and Na'Vi in general are really just setting up for this play. Now, because of the Jaeger tricking, the frag grenades have all been expended for actually nothing.
Yeah, not to mention some flashbangs as well. They're really trying to get this yellow stairs, and this is really why they're going to lose this round if they spend so much time on this and can't get it. Teams that do this and just get stuck on the stairs, even if they get the kill, if it's less than a minute left, they rarely win those rounds. Well, that almost helped there.
Takes it half HP, and Rise the one contesting. Smoke will do a bit of damage through the wall, maybe, but Rise will go back into yellow. Nobody peeking him from above. You hear a stun grenade coming up from Pi as they walk on into the site. The nitro from below. Corey unscathed, but a Citizen that takes down Hicks. The smokes no longer available as Rise walks on in to contest. He'll lose the gunfight. 0 damage done to Citizen, but the Yokai drone of Rips is watching. Nello gets one on Aces. Corey's trying to rotate around as there is nothing to deal with him just yet. Well, he's got a shotty. He's doing damage, but that's just a bit. It'll force Kendrew off for a moment. Rips is going for a gunfight. A saves takes down Corey off on the window. There's the Nomad in play. Unfortunately, the Echo could not be protected. It's basically like the MVP, or is it the high value target? Yeah. Once the Echo is dead, the round's over, and in that case, it definitely was it.
Yeah. I mean, I take back what I said in the sense of like the time burning, but that was on Rogue to throw it. They got way too aggressive. In Bathroom especially, losing 2 players there, unnecessarily trying to contest that window. They had time advantage at that point. They could have played it. They could have worked with it, especially with the Echo still alive, doing his job with the Yokai. If they just hadn't thrown their lives away in the Bathroom, they would have been in a good position to just try and pressure. They could have had one cover the skylight while the other one rotated in to be able to fight into the CEO console office. But no. Instead, the C4 kill was a nice attempt at that, but it was too few people left, and he was forced to try and rotate or fight, and he got caught off guard and punished for his C4 kill, or not C4 kill, but the shotgun play from below. So he was doing a good job, but again, just not enough manpower left. If Rogue hadn't thrown away 2 in the Bathroom, I can almost guarantee they would have won that round. But, you know, They were too static before and then too aggressive that round. They just haven't found the balance yet. We'll see if they do a little bit better in lobby, as so far they have only one garage. CEO or Consulate, as it's officially known, has not been good luck for them. So we'll see if things change a bit. Not too much of a change in the lineup for the most part. So I think pretty much the same. I'm not sure if Corey was, or no, I definitely know Corey wasn't Legion before. He was the Mozzie, but I'm not sure if they had a Legion before or not. But Ace is not going to be on that mute. He's going to be on that Mozzie. He's still denying drones. We'll see if he's going to be on as much of a roam as he could be, but 6 kills there. The rest of his team only with 1 or 0. So he's definitely hogging all the kills that they have been able to get. That was, of course, of his 1 ace round, taking up 5 of those 6. It was good to see that air jab in action as well last round, being very useful. The one up there on the balcony, very important, especially if you can have Claymore with it. Connector window there, getting telegraphed a little bit, but opening it with melee. See, melee is a bit different than gunshots, and when someone's meleeing the window, you know where they're at. They're right there at the window. Whereas if they shoot it from farther away, a little bit safer in that you don't know exactly what distance they're at.
I think maybe a lot more teams should be using the joystick/Team Empire approach of winning a round. First drone, then kill.
Yeah, I like he was very direct with that first drone, then kill. There it is. There's this algorithm.
Thank you very much. How do I improve my gameplay?
Have a player who
Shoot
drones
heads.
for 2 minutes?
Shoot heads.
Yeah.
Kill enemy, okay.
I feel like Karjek was really on top of the shooting heads game. Like, his headshot percentage must have been so high that last game.
But we know now that the top players in the league are people that go for body shots, so that's something to watch for. Saves actually going in for the rappel, the same that he was doing before. This is actually very tricky and very ballsy to say the least. It requires him to be very safe, just in case, because at any point in time, Rogue can walk up against him. Citizen, though, will grab one, rise with the refrag on a Kendrew, and aces onto Nello. That denies the diffuser from being planted, as Aces really plants himself in that side of the lobby. By the default plant, a bit of damage done here to Rise, who's actually taken very low on HP. Corey is now taken away. All right, Citizen off on his own pretty much. And that was the pick that he got also by the service stairs. There's the shot though from Rise. Pi is down and Aces with another on it saves. Citizen is all on his own. He's got to rotate in, coming around from Max stairs, but it's Rise. Still hauled up upstairs. He has control of the hatch, and that's all he needs, because you can watch literally the singular entryway that is afforded to the IQ.
That was a great early plant attempt, but they just didn't have the coverage on it.
Nope.
Letting the diffuser drop like that. Had they been able to get the plant down, that could have been so much of a different round.
It's not like even Rogue were putting a lot of pressure on the top floor. They didn't have much in the way of utility either. They had like one reinforcement, and that's it.
Yeah, it was definitely down to them just peeking. Yes, they lost a lot of those fights, but it's the one they got on the diffuse being planted that changed around for them. Because all of a sudden the diffuser's trapped in there, and you saw a little bit more desperation from Na'Vi. You saw him running into the front door, for example. They just couldn't get those players out of those positions. Also, the contesting on the repelling on the CEO console window, that was not a great choice. Repelling like that where you're telegraphing with the repel rope where you're going to be. Not the smartest. Now they get to go back to Garage, their better bomb site, but now that they've won 2, it is tied up. So Rogue not in a bad position. They just need to get the rhythm down. And last round definitely seemed like it, but a lot of that stuff, the backs of players like Aces doing his job. Nice, interesting mirror placement there from Corey. Not one you see too often, being able to look through. Usually you see it in the security office next to the cafeteria. Be able to watch it there. We still may see one up here in the bathroom, as Corey's rotated up there now. Very likely. It's just so common to go with the setup where you set up, where Corey's setting up, reinforce the wall in the bathroom, put the mirror, open up the wall, soft wall a little bit, open up the hatch, be able to rotate down and just burn time up here. That's why Mute's good at it, because you could deny a lot longer, burn a lot more time. But I think Corey might be sticking up there. Hard to say. He might have rotated down now. I see this movement, so he's probably rotated down. We could have someone else moving up. They could even abandon the bathroom and just leave it like that, but that's a lot of utility to commit to that if you don't at least play it for a while. Citizen been trying to do a good job with that IQ outside the building, trying to identify whatever utility they might encounter. I like this efficiency here in terms of like the way they open this garage. Because it's only Mute being played, they're not playing Bandit, they're not playing Kaed. It's very easy for them to open this garage without a Thatcher, and I think that's a mistake from Rogue, not having a bit more denial on this garage and letting them open it pretty much for free with just the cost of a single lifeline. I mean, that's not very efficient from Rogue on their defense.
You could have actually grabbed that Rips. Still had one pest in the back pocket.
It's very true. It's hard sometimes because there's a bit of a delay in hitting it, or you have to hit it perfectly.
Also, you're kind of conditioned to just shoot the drone.
Oh, yeah. It's better safe than sorry with the drone. If it gets away and you're chasing it, gets shot chasing it, that's much, much worse.
Oh my god, the amount of times there's spent magazines just trying to fire into a drone.
Yeah.
Doesn't look pretty. Pie's gonna drone on in and make sure that he has tabs on his opponents, but clearing the one player, at least so far in the server, is gonna be really tough.
Almost had an angle there for a second, but he moves off. Rip's gonna just abandon ship, but I like the pressure from the hatch there. It's a nice extra bit of pressure on the backside. Try and help support players who might come from cafeteria's rear entrance.
It is definitely unusual to not see a pulse in that position, right? But still, it's an op that you want to keep away and safe. That's the Mozzie in this case, and once you capture a drone, staying safe is something that can really help out. There's one drone, not only you take it away, but it's like basically having an entire army of monks in Age of Empires. Not only do you have your enemies losing a unit, but you also take it yourself. So welcome, Mozzie, the monk of Rainbow Six. Oh, Citizen, nice, hitting all the railings. That's not gonna work. Nala's going in for the plant. And Rise trying to fight it. Is able to push Nala away for just a moment. Saves, finds Rips in the meantime. That's the Mozzie in the back. Citizen for one more. Rogue are falling apart at the seams here. As Pie is looking down from yellow stairs. Smoke's been used, and Citizen will dive on into Piano out of the window. Corey trying to hold on here with the Mira, but oh no, this is not the flank here. 1-2 kills for Rise, even going in for the knife to confirm. And still, it's a 3v3. The diffuser will be planted. They're coming in the flank in the back, and that's the Nomad. Saves with one, but Rise on the refrag. He's got a 3K in the round. 2 players left. We've already seen an ace. It's possible to see another one. Rise coming around the corner in yellow, but he gets shot from both angles. And now all onto Corey. Runs by the yellow van. You're playing as a slow operator right now. He's got to be careful, but the Vector can really shred players at any range. He's up by yellow. And this is smart. Citizen just needs to stay back, and he can protect this very easily. Close one near the end, but Na'Vi were just picking Rogue apart one by one. By the time they went in for the plant, it was pretty much done and dusted.
Yeah, that was a very efficient take. I mean, they went for a plant early just to see if they could get away with it, but also to bait out the smoke. And that really just kept things going, and just a lot of pressure from a lot of different sides where Rogue weren't really able to find a lot except for Rise's 3K, and that was just due to catching the player on yellow feeling a little overconfident that he was able to play so far down yellow stairs, and then the Buck just not expecting someone to run around that corner at that point. But you know, you have to almost expect once the player on yellow is dead, you've lost your coverage. But it was just too quick for him. So Rise definitely put a lot of pressure on, but then once he got shot from both sides, it was like, there's not much you could do at that point. And just a great play from Na'Vi in terms of really controlling the areas around the bomb site so that any movement from Rogue was just right into a trap at that point. Again, they really need to do more to deny this garage, I think. Or, you know, force them to go up to Piano to open this. Now they have the Kite this time, so that is the move that they needed to make. You have that with the Echo Drone to be able to hit them when they try and go for a plant. I think this is a much better setup. Rogue should be doing a little bit better this time. The mirror just wasn't doing much for them. So I think this is the appropriate change. No changes really coming out from Na'Vi because they don't really need to for the most part. They're likely to try and go for the same take, although it won't work the same. That Electric Claw is going to be difficult to deal with without the Thatcher. So all they've really got to do is hit that one Electric Claw up. They can throw one up, wait, and see if it gets taken out. If it does, get the second one. But that's going to force them to either peek from yellow or go up to Piano and hope they can find it. Or, I guess if they really want to be desperate, push from the back of the cafeteria. But you really are forcing them to play your game at that point, and that's why the K is a good choice. Sorry, I mean Kai.
It doesn't rub me that, you know, that wrongly.
I don't believe you.
It's okay. There are so many people that dislike the way I do it. Probably people that also made this game.
Possibly people at this desk.
Okay, no need to get that specific. I don't hate myself that much.
I don't know.
Do you now?
I don't know if I believe that either.
Fair enough. Well, ADS is going to get burned as Pi will drop on down. Rogue are going to retry this defense here. And this, last time they really got shot apart, and because they lost their backside, because the entire flank died off, it really forced Rogue to answer with as much firepower as they could, right? Save still got a kill off of the Nomad that he played there. It was 2 kills in total. And by the time he was dead, the damage was already done, the diffuser was already set. You're wasting time from the defenders as well because they're unable to pressure the attackers. And right now, those Tilas with the Electro Claws are definitely doing work and slowing things down for Na'Vi.
Yeah, this is the important thing is now it's a minute and a half into the round. They have yet to open the garage. They really need to find this Electro Claw. Finally take it out there. Another one could be thrown in its place now if Corey has anyone in the pocket. And that's going to slow him down. There's smoke as well to stop him from doing that. But doesn't seem like they're able to stop the garage. It's open now, but Hicks gets a nice kill off it on Kendra.
Yeah, because right now Na'Vi spent so much time on the wall, it allowed Rogue to keep control of the top floor, but still Pi finding Rise. As Hicks is still alive, and Aces setting down as much utility as humanly possible there with the goo mine. Saves though finds Hicks in the meantime when he tried to rotate back down to the site. They're going to try to pressure here, Rogue. They got Aces coming around to contest the bathroom. We'll walk out to spot maybe somebody on the rappel, but there's no one in that. Nello pushed off of that plant just for a second, but the Yokai drone is going to give Corey room to maneuver. He'll get 1 kill, but Citizen takes down Aces. That's at least a flank off. 3v2 with 30 seconds, definitely possible here for Na'Vi with the diffuser set literally in front of the van, and Pi gets the most important kill. Corey out with Ripsaw alive, but there's the headshot. Does he have a Yokai still left? Did Citizen snipe those Yokais? That's really the big question. You know, Rips firing and just looking down at every single angle probably means that those Yokais are no longer available. 10 seconds in. Flashbang's been thrown. Citizen will go for the plant. And Rips, he's got to go for the gunfight. There's 2 available on the other side. There's the drop. He gets 1 kill on the Nomad. Falls back. Diffuser's been set, but this is a retake that the Echo can definitely go for. No, it gets shot from the side. Citizen comes around the white van, and for the 2nd round in a row, Na'Vi close, but still grabbed the round in garage.
Nice 4-2 set of attack rounds there. Some mistakes by Rogue, but some of it just Na'Vi being very efficient in their frags. Rogue losing way too many gunfights. They had the smarter utility plays. You had the Electro Claw did a great job delaying for so long. Then they tried to go for the plant. You have the Yokai stopping that, giving the time for Corey to get the kill on the feet. But just so many picks coming out from Na'Vi that they had such man advantage at the end. Didn't really matter. It's just that was a real struggle for Rogue to fight back against. We'll see how they do on their attack, though. And we will be starting on Garage. 30 bringing that Thermite from Hicks. We'll see if this goes a little bit differently. Ace is actually not wanting to play the Nomad. He's going to be bringing that Twitch. Potentially, yep. Going to be sneaking some of those shock drones around. Potentially clear up some utility if need be, or even just use them for fragging. You definitely see a lot of Twitch players not necessarily using the drone so much to take out gadgets, but more to just help them get kills in that sort of Ash-style droning for yourself. Now they are not going to go with the Mira on the middle wall, I don't imagine there, as they're opening up quite a bit of that. So probably the security wall that's reinforced, but we'll see. We could even see them go for that the really weird Mira on the garage door, but I don't think we'll see that. That's always an odd choice.
10 seconds remaining.
You don't see very often. Plus we see the ADS right there. Yeah, that definitely indicates this is the more typical position for that Black Mira.
I mean, Na'Vi are running the Mira now. Rogue tried it though.
Are they? They're good. Okay, I thought they were actually going to peek soft wall and garage. That
usually it's the middle, right? If someone actually does that.
Yeah, that was just an odd.
Like the soft Mira in the center, or triple reinforcement with a pop Mira in the center.
Yeah, you can do that. It can be a way to try to deny from some angles, but much like with Maverick, you're really opening up holes that can work both ways. Nice kill there by Rise.
Are you trying to say that holes work both ways? I've never heard that before.
I read it in a fortune cookie once.
I hope you got some cash out of that one.
I got a cookie out of it.
Rise is checking, allowing the Twitch drone to come on in. And yes, save that drone. You're going to need it. Come here, little drone.
Oh, I almost ended up shooting the drone there if he had peeked at the wrong time. Ooh.
If only. If only. Of course, we can see all these changes. And at least now the drone that is set in the center, there's one on the other side of this hallway here. It'll at least give some information to Rogue as to, hey, there's a guy in Banana, maybe you should be watching him. Because at some point, he's going to peek around. But having lost Citizen early on actually doesn't help Na'Vi too much, because it allows Rogue to be comfortable that they won't get flanked anytime soon. Just something back in the day with Alfama on the team was always something that they could pull out at any point in time on the defensive constant.
Here's what's confusing to me. They didn't bring out any denial of the garage door, something that Na'Vi took advantage of and opened the garage door early, yet Rogue are not opening it. There's nothing to contest the garage, and they're just not bothering to open it. That seems like a huge mistake to me. It's an easy early opening. You open that garage door, and you just don't have to worry about it. Then Thermite can die even, or frag, or whatever, set up for the plant, whatever he needs to do. It's just, why not do that earlier? Like, there's nothing denying that garage door from being open. Yes, there's the yokai you want to deal with. Obviously, that's something you've got to take out at some point, but it might even be easier if the garage door's open to get an angle on that. So, I don't know, that just seems like a mistake. 50 seconds left, and they're finally opening it now. You just got to go do something with that. But to be fair, they also have all 5 alive without a single scratch, and only 4 left on Na'Vi. So they're not in a bad position, but they're not set up for a plant just yet. No, it looks like the garage not get opened? Oh no, it just got opened on the far side there.
Yeah, well, there's the grenade. Popping off Pi. Valkyrie out. Rogue are looking good for this one. You see the shield in play, and they're just waiting to use that thermite charge on the garage. Ace is coming around from the back. He's very good at this, and he does indeed find the flank on Kendrick. You know that there's a second player inside, and they'll find the Echo. In the meantime, though, Saves will take down Aces. So, trying to equalize the numbers. He'll drop the Zofia on the floor, but she can pick herself up. Rips, fortunately for Saves, will come around the last second. And checking from Yellow, he'll get the last kill. There you go. All soft walls everywhere. This is really, as you would say, they work both ways.
Yeah. And if only, could you imagine if there was, like, I don't know, an electric claw or something to deny that garage door from being open? How much time management problem they would have had there? I mean, they had the yokai to try and help with that, but just overall, that was I don't know, not the best round from Na'Vi, but they are still at the point advantage here as they went into the second half with 4-2. They're going to tease the Echo, but actually bring out the Castle and go Archives Tellers. Now, that makes sense, as Castle is very good for that site and almost mandatory to really set up choke points and funnel the attackers the way you want them to go, because it is a pretty open place to attack inside Visa, in that little teller's office there. You also have to worry about Archives being rushed, which can happen. The team just wants to go in quickly. And that's why you see the hatch being reinforced there inside Visa, near where the barbed wire is placed, to make sure that you can't go for a quick rush on that. They could go and maybe a little bit faster if they had a Habana, but you know, no one's bringing that for this map so far. It's just Thermite or nothing in terms of hard breachers. We got Aces on the Twitch again. Worked out pretty well for them last time. Just doing some initial droning. Kendra almost catching the drone there of Rise, but oh, there he goes. Cannot get away.
Attackers are moving to defuse a
There's
bomb.
2 black eyes left in his pocket. They don't know where the locations are of yet, but we see pretty consistent IQ play on this map from both teams. They've been making sure most of the gadgets generally get spotted. We're seeing a mute this time as well. I gotta imagine that's gonna help deny at least a little bit of intel on the site itself. And that's always good, because if they know when they can rush site and plant, it makes it pretty easy for a take, especially if you can get up on the furniture and they can't hit you from below with the C4.
Yeah.
Because they're not bringing a pulse or anything. And that's always the thing, is I feel like you should bring a pulse on this site.
Yeah, just because what it at least does is put your opponents on edge, right?
Well, it's less
you need to clear
open up that you can be shot from.
That's true. Well, Kendra's going to find Rips. Well, that's a great entry here. Taking down the AQ on one of her repels. Assume she was...
That's a lot of gadgets that won't be spotted now as well.
Yeah. And there you go. A lot of people calling now the Ember Rise Claymore, but it's just so in your face that you just don't expect it to be there. That's really its powerhouse. Aces will come in and take down Manello. He's close to controlling the entirety of the top floor here, but he's being pushed from the main stairs spiral. Check the service stairs very quickly. There's a player down below, and the grenade will be lobbed, though, the other way. If only they knew. He's going to slowly walk around the corner here. He's actually going pretty fast. Mr. Sonic over here. And he checks around the corner. He already walked in. Oh no, Ace is just ducking and weaving between everybody. That's your own drone, but Corey will still find the kill on Pi. Aces know that there's another player, and because of the nerf of the F2, you only have 25 rounds in the magazine. 600 reload completely. So you gotta watch. Those few extra rounds really would give you a bit more flexibility. And you see the castle barricade has been tapped, and Hicks, he taps the head of Citizen. This does allow Rogue now to enter the site without worrying much. Players from below, Saves and Kendra can do all they want, but I don't believe there is a Nitro cell available. Kendra's already been dropped. It doesn't matter at all. Diffuser's been planted, and there's the last kill. Rogue, very effective in this round, though.
Yeah, way too many players of Na'Vi peeking, getting killed, trying to push back Rogue. It just did not work at all. Rogue just seeming to bulldoze in. Outside of that early kill from Kendra onto the IQ, it didn't seem like they really could hold Rogue back at all. They just were able to kind of take Visa, and then every single time Na'Vi tried to push back, it just ended up with a kill in the favor of Rogue. Ace is doing good with that F2 that you mentioned. Yeah, you have the problem with the high fire rate, meaning you're going to burn through that magazine very quickly. But if you're landing shots and getting kills with it, 1 kill per magazine, still worth it at that point. I mean, worked out pretty well for them that match. And Archives Teller's not the choice anymore, unfortunately, for Na'Vi. And now the score evened up at 4-4, showing that attack definitely working out pretty well for both teams. They're going to go with Lobby instead here, not having won a single bomb site yet. They have not gone top floor console, though. As you can see, no successful plant wins. It's pretty common these days, unfortunately. Not a lot of wins by Diffuse Planter. A lot of them just end in kills. But it's always nice when you see it. Someone actually successfully playing the objective. We will go for, of course, a lot of top floor utility and reinforcements to make sure that they can control that for as long as possible. But the lobby, pretty much mandatory, especially controlling that projector that you see right in the middle of the map there above with the hatch open. You want that open so you can, of course, contest it. You want to be able to fight anyone trying to approach the circle desk. There are some angles where you could try and plant, though, that you're not as accessible. But a lot of times it depends on smokes to be able to get to that point, and they're not really bringing any smoke operators here, so they definitely don't want to go with the smoke plant. So I definitely think that could be something that works against them. But the way they've been laying out members of Na'Vi, I don't think that's going to be as big a concern if they continue to do that. Oh, the smoke player getting caught off here and taking a bit of damage.
Oh, that's so close! If only he had a bit of extra ammo to actually throw the Twitch drone right at Corey.
Oh, nice!
Oh my god, that entire, like, it's just 6 seconds of what is going on. He tries to get the kill, he can't, pulls out the pistol, then has a Twitch drone fired into his face like, don't worry bro, I got it. That was just a hot mess there for Rogue. After the last round where everything was so well coordinated, this is a bit of a whoopsie.
Well, that initial kill last round didn't seem to matter much as well to Rogue, though. But then again, this is the Corey the Buck down early. That's quite a bit of utility lost. Now they've got to start finding members of Na'Vi to take out. They know at least where the smoke was playing, so trying to pressure him out now out of the bathroom if he's still in there. So I imagine he probably couldn't escape unless he escaped down a hatch. Now they're going to finally start to take some top floor control starting from admin. Put pressure towards, but no. Oh, Ace on top of it. No one can seem to stop him here. Does take about a little over half his health, but Pi now lost. That means no control over any drones he might capture. And a shock drone captured, of course, would be especially nice because you could potentially use it to try and help finish off Aces. But not going to happen. So now things are evened up with Saves having lost some health, Aces having lost some health in this 4-4, but a minute 15 or so left here. They've got to start to get more top floor map control. Because, of course, you have to get that top floor map control and then plant down below. It's not the bomb site, so you're going to have to start doing something a little more aggressive here soon. And if they've lost too many drones on this, that's really going to hurt them.
So Aces here by Long Desk trying to fire into the bathroom. He actually makes it through. Okay, there's nobody contesting him from the bathroom. He's still alive. Hicks will still find Citizen. It's a good position for Rogue to be into now in this 4v3, but because there's the Echo alive with 40 seconds, it ends up being a bit of an equilibrium. There's the bullet holes, and Rip's missing the shot. Now this window is really going to mean the end for a few players of Rogue here, isn't it? Trying to go for the quick peek. Saves. He's taking a lot of damage. There's the smoke being thrown, but it actually will not hit Rips. He'll cross around the chassis of that A-bomb set as Hicks goes in for the plant. Aces is watching. Rise will find one on Nello. Leaving Saves and Kendra is the last two alive. Hicks going in for the plant. Can they find the yokai? Should be one somewhere. Rise will take down saves. And there's Kendra. He fires in. There's the yokai out. Should be a second one somewhere, maybe. Yes, there is. Should be able to spot it. And oh, what?
Oh,
What? Oh no, Kendra, the millisecond timing mistake on the yokai. Oh, this really has to hurt. He's on his own. He was so far away. He could have won the round easy peasy, but he's gonna dive into his death.
Wow.
That was just that. No, that was such a massive mistake.
He's really gonna have trouble sitting after how hard he's gonna be kicking himself. That's just a half of a second earlier.
Not even
too greedy.
Not even half of a second.
Yeah, too greedy.
It just because the yokai is so far away, it takes a bit for the blast to travel.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's what happens.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate what he was going for. Had he been able to hit that at the moment he did, and if it would have got him off the diffuser, that might have been the round win right there. But the timing was just off. They're going to try lobby one more time. So they feel like they did an okay job at it. But this is Rogue now coming from a 2-round deficit to now having a 1-round lead. Looking pretty strong here. Just attack rounds really doing well for both teams. Similar to what we saw on Coastline to an extent. But Rogue 1 round away from guaranteeing themselves 1 point here. And as we talked about earlier, those points matter a lot, especially to teams like this who are at the top of the leaderboards. And then you've got, of course, Empire and G2 playing a lot better so far this season. A lot of contests for the top spot. Now, of course, it's only the first half, but with it being so tight towards the end, the first half matters a lot in making sure, because you don't want to end up in positions like G2 where they have to make up for the first half and just can't do it in time, even if they play perfectly. So we'll see. Kendra actually bringing the dock this time. A little bit of a different choice. Hopefully Pi can do a little bit better with that Mozzie this time around. He did have some pests still left alive. As you can see towards the end of that last round when Echo was rotating back up to the top piece of stairs, there was still even a pest left alive up there. So they did do some good job of at least Pi denying some of the drones from coming around. Look at that. Rise and Aces though, 12 and 13. Looking pretty good for their team. Only one member in double digits, I believe, on Navi. They are going to try and take admin a little more swiftly this time, I think. Last time they took a while to get in and start their push, put some pressure towards top. These actually looks like they're getting very swift control upstairs. And Rise turning that into a kill again on Pi. Trying to push them back here and just not working. This is looking like a really good round start here for Rogue.
I mean, this is the same that they did in the last round, right? Go
just
up,
a lot faster.
Take control of the top floor, and more effective. They've taken no damage. They've gotten the kill off of it on the Pi. Rogue, well, Navi in this case actually, are falling into the same mistakes that they had a couple days ago. They want to push the player out, and they do a lot of damage to Nello. He's at 25 HP. The grenade will be thrown right into his face, but he's going to get docked up to full HP, realizing pretty much all of the utility that Kendra has available. And actually, this forces the Zofia to expend a lot of her own. Firing in, but Nello will be the one to collect the kill on Aces. And as the Jaeger drops, he's be shot still alive. Oh man, there's one in yellow and one in the admin office. And the Visa office there. Oh, look around the other side. There's the console chamber cleared. No, Nello is still alive. Somehow he is still alive, but there's Corey. He takes down Kendra. Citizen is already dead. Yellow stairs clear, but you still have to deal with the Valkyrie on her own in the console chamber. There's no more grenades to use. Have to peek at some point, and oh my god, the miss, but Corey's ready. Nello gets the kill, and the last is all Hicks's. Rogue secure the round.
What an efficient round, too.
They didn't even get on the site.
No, they didn't need to. And this is the one map, I said it before, this is the one map where you can kill almost everyone from outside. And just win, swing someone into maybe plant. But it really worked against Navi that round. They just had too many misses. Now they're definitely not playing bad like they did on Monday. They're definitely playing much better, but Rogue seemed much more on top of the positioning of Navi in terms of just being able to execute on that. Like you saw how swiftly they took the top floor, how easily they were able to like just pretty much pinch the members of Navi into positions where they couldn't really rotate anymore. You saw, for example, they pressured the Valkyrie right into the hands of the player on Skylight.
Yeah.
Just leaving them nowhere to go on that top floor, turning into more of a death trap almost. And that initial kill on the Pi really helped with that because it cleared up a lot of space they were able to use to get in up there. And I gotta imagine they're just doing a good job getting around his pests. Maybe they needed to go with the Mute Mozzie combo to be able to stop a lot of those drones. I mentioned some of that's Ace's silent drones sneaking around as well, getting some good intel. They are going to bring something out here. They're finally bringing the Electro Claw now. Trying to deny the garage door. Again, it's just weird how little denial. I know the garage door is going to get open and, like, yeah, you don't want to commit too much utility to it because you're going to lose the garage door, but you burn so much time by making them have to work for it. Not to mention forcing them to do certain things, either take piano or push pressure from the yellow stairs, because not a single person has brought Thatcher this entire match, and it's not banned. It's weird. It's almost like we're watching a LATAM match.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
That's actually very true.
It's strange.
It's like they forget. It's like how they forget Maverick a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you're playing Clubhouse. It's not banned. Just use it.
Yeah.
They banned Habana. You can still use the Thermite and the Maverick. Why?
I don't know. It's been odd.
Why?
I mean,
it's been round after round.
Yeah.
Let me go home.
I mean, there's so much gadgets to deal with as well that can help with, but I mean, you saw how much an ADS was able to burn, for example.
It all could have been solved.
BMPs, yeah.
You could have thrown it right above, and bam, it's all done.
Yeah. It's been a strange choice, and it's definitely been hurting both teams, I think. But Rogue seemed to be a little bit less worse for the wear in terms of hurting them on their attacks, because they're still able to execute on it. Just it puts a little more time pressure on them is all. But honestly, it seems like Rogue's a bit more concerned with just killing all the members of Na'Vi than they are with planting anyways. And, well, they're doing a good job at that, so I guess I can't blame them. Right now, just trying to find where some of those members are. Corey getting quite a bit of top floor control, really uncontested here. Appreciate the thoroughness in players checking for default cams.
And they're checking for every nook and cranny in the map so far. So
yeah.
This is great droning. This is the difficulty of Consulate, is that there's just so much to drone. But once you do it, you're very comfortable throughout the rest of the round. And this allows Aces to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is come in aggressively from behind in servers. Aces is one of the players that can definitely be trusted to pull something off correctly there with the flank.
Well, the Electric Claw gone now.
The clear is there. Does Nello still have one more Electric Claw?
I would think so, but you never know.
No, it's done, so maybe he used it already. We didn't check it.
Yeah, well, either way, the garage door, I believe, got opened or is going to be opened.
Yeah, so it's a good situation. Again, that's really the downside of the Electro Claw, is that because on Consulate, yellow stairs is kind of something that you forfeit.
Yeah.
It's very easy to snipe off.
I mean, in this case, it was from above from piano, but that's because there's only one position where you're going to get all three walls from. So it pretty much guarantees where that's going to be at.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Grenade caught by an ADS.
That's always a big bummer.
Good positioning. See, the second grenade might be used from the top floor now. From piano, no, Corey will reposition himself. They're, oddly enough, Rogue are not actually destroying much of the floorboard and really utilizing the skeleton key, at least from what we can tell. There's no ammo left, so maybe they were able to destroy parts of it, but I'm not sure how that was put in play. Nello will snipe off Hicks, though, with the TCSG. He's still firing her off. Corey will take a bit of damage from the smoke. And Ace is holding off rotations. And there's two players actually on their own inside of server. Saves will get one, Nello for the second, and they're getting a lot of damage done to them through the smoke. Rise will get dropped and killed off. Corey collects 1 kill, 2 kills. But those are inconsequential. Round 11 is done, and we're staring down the barrel of a tie, which would be terrible for both teams.
Well, that's all Na'Vi can hope for at this point, because Rogue managed to get there first. So we'll see where they're going to go. Now, they have yet to go to console, so they're going to go there. So this is one strat that they won't necessarily be able to adapt to, because they hadn't shown what they're going to do on it, as they've been playing Garage, Archives, Lobby, Lobby, Garage. So, but I do think the Electrical helped a little bit that round in terms of forcing them to take piano and play from above a bit. It did slow things down a little, but at the end of the day, it was mostly just them pushing back a lot stronger and getting some of those picks. A lot of just lost gunfights for Rogue that they had been able to win previously, not working out for them. And, I mean, they did do a good job trying to start the plant early, but the smoke also did a great job of countering that, landing those smokes in the right spot to get the kills. We'll see how they go for this console defense. They're going to bring Nello on the dock. Be able to play those long angles. Very, very helpful to have someone on an ACOG to be able to fight that long desk across from to the soda machine from basically the bathroom pot side near the flag. Kendra really just opening things up here. That's going to help him hear the repels that come up, but also make him concerned. Are we going to get peeked? They have to be a little more careful, seeing those windows already pre-opened. Kendra doing a little bit more of that as well. Now, taking out the glass is what's going to help with the sound there, so you hear him shooting just enough to clear out the glass. And actually, speaking of making them concerned about the windows, Nello's actually taking advantage here. I like his staying on that angle when the window gets destroyed, because they're going to think they're clear on it. He does eventually back off it, though, as he gets nothing. It's that confidence holding that nice angle like that. Lots of places to stand up on from and get like those sort of side angles. Nello, though, does find one. So his patience paid off a little bit and taking down Hicks early. That's their only hard breacher. That means it's going to save some of those hard walls from getting angles opened on them, which definitely helps on projector, especially for them. They usually see people coming from the admin side and opening up a bit of the projector wall. It's generally what Habana's good for here. Well,
it actually does hold on the ledge.
Oh, there it goes.
Rise.
Oh boy.
The rise and fall.
Yeah, he's gonna be burning quite a bit of extra time getting that back up.
They call him in Polish "rysie,"
okay,
which actually means feather in Arabic, oddly enough. Anyways, Corey prepping for a grenade there, and this is where, as you said, it would be lovely to have a Thatcher.
Oh boy.
Right?
Or let's just, you know, burn our grenades against ADSs.
And there's a nade.
Oh
no! Yeah, there you go. Good old
just do that at the end of the day. Rise loses a lot of health from that smoke, though.
That's 2 kills, though. That's huge.
Yeah.
Habana being killed obviously is what forces Rogue to go for this play from Yellow, but you take off the Jaeger and the Doc. This means that Bathroom and Yellow are open, and you can really commence the pressure onto the site, and you can hold on to your rappel on that western side and really push into the console chambers.
Well, now they're trying to find a lot of angles from outside to pressure them, so Navi need to stay in a little tighter spots, take advantage of the fact that no hard breaches can happen, use those reinforced walls to kind of set up some ambushes here. Those mute jammers also helping a little bit, forcing members of Rogue to find angles to sneak drones in, but they are going to get some intel that it possibly is clear inside console, and then just now take admin. There's even a wooden barricade on that doorway right there.
Ace is checking in for any rotations from below, just to be sure that there's nobody coming in from the servers, from the server stairs. Mute jammers on the floor. It's blocking actually 2 drones. So Corey, if you could shoot those for just a second.
Yeah, you'd free up 2 drones.
I know they're not teammates, but you can still shoot at it. Rips will be taken off, but Aces comes around from the flank. He fires into 2. Aces is doing work. That's a 2K for him. Kendra's last alive. And Rogue are looking to claim the points. He gets one on Corey. And that's Yellow Stairs lost. Nitro Cell is in Kendra's back pocket, so he can use them whenever he'd like. But no, it'll be used preemptively onto Yellow Stairs. Go for the plant. Carry it. Go for it. Oh my god, they're so far away. The round's gonna get lost just because of this Rogue. What are you doing?
Operators, you have
The
run out of
diffuser
time.
just sitting outside for so long. That was such a huge mistake, leaving the diffuser out there. That cost them the round and 2 points.
Okay. They lost the round because of that.